Hello, my name is Shadley, and welcome back for another episode of Ep33 as Argentina. In previous episodes, we were still battling with the flu pandemic, which, well, it's down to two states now, so we might be getting through that soon enough. We're also building up our armies quite a bit, and our fleet a little bit as well. So once we do war against Brazil, which is probably not going to be that far off, we do still have a little bit infamy, which does concern me to a degree. Oh, raw dollars is spreading, okay. Well, at least that's a little bit more production techs underway. There's a whole lot of steel mills being produced. Which to be some places... Oh, flu pandemic completed. Oh, finally. Huh. Okay, so now we don't need to worry about it anymore. Good. We managed to actually sort it out. We did increase the health investments to, or institutions to level 3 already. It's going to level 4, but that might take a little while longer before it's completed. Costa Rica is having communist revolution. So investment pool is still 8 million. That's kind of the initial cash reserves that we'll sort of have while we do start fighting. But we're not quite there with 180 battalions. We're almost, though. Very, very near there. And the private sector is building a whole lot of things still. We did start importing some... Actually, one of the things that we might want to build is get some more... especially states that have a lot of population. We'll just go ahead and build another port there. And we'll probably build another port in our capital. Well, actually, it's already a 10 port, so we don't actually need more in there. We could build a port in Santa Fe, just to provide that extra bit of convoys that we need. And we're 179 battalions. So we're getting £80,000 per week profit. So we are paying off the debts very rapidly. But of course, as soon as we start fighting a war, we'll be paying a whole lot more. So it doesn't actually make that much of a difference. But sooner or later, we are ready with the troops. Actually, we already have the 180 battalions now. There we go. And we have managed to get the loyalist numbers up a little bit and reduce the radicals quite a bit, thanks to the fact that the standard of living is now improving. And how's the population looking like? It's starting to grow again. If we do have a look at the population in America, so we've got almost 16.4 million. How close are we getting these two incorporated? 19 months and 19 months. So if we start a war, that's probably going to be happening during the war. I suppose that's alright. I don't know if that's going to increase the amount of population that we need to incorporate then. But if we do have a look at the population, that's 1.4 million and 800. So that's about 2.2 million right now. It might be going down a little bit. But let's say about 2 million. So that might get us to this, or it will get us to the 18 million. But whether that is going to increase in the target population, then I don't know exactly. But I'm pretty sure that when we get more states, that will probably increase. So that's a bit of a problem. But I think at this point, it might be time to do a bit of a war against Brazil. I don't know who's going to join in on this. But we'll start with the return state Mato Grosso. They might just give up, actually. Wait, Scandinavia? Oh, right, yeah, no, I don't need to be in there. Scandinavia's having a bit of civil war. And I don't need to be in that one. So over here, there is Peru-Bolivia leading towards the enemy. Alright then. I mean, if they get Peru-Bolivia, I can fight both of them. In that case, I might just go as... well, we'll get the Alto Paraguay, at least in that case, and Mato Grosso. And then we might take Rio Grande do Sul and maybe Antofagasta. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I mean, first of all, let's go ahead and activate one army. Mobilize this thing. So we'll have one attacking and... Are you good at attacking? Your defensive strategies, actually. So you should probably be in defense front. And are you offensive? Well, you're also defensive strategies. So I'll have you being the advanced front. And we'll go ahead and set you to the Brazilian front. We won't activate the second army yet. Because I don't want to increase the cost of troops too much outright. If need be, we can defend the front for a little while. Let the Brazilians attack. Especially if we're fighting both Brazil and Peru-Bolivia. Which might be the case. So what have they put as their war goal? Oh, humiliate and claim or revoke claim on Mato Grosso. Oh, right. They still got 52 maneuvers. I've got a full 100. I'm going to wait to see what happens. In terms of who's going to be joining in and all that before I take action any further. I might actually want to go ahead and just put defend front on both of these. For the time being. We'll have fairly good defenses in there. So I think we'll be able to hold on to that front even if they've got a lot more troops in there right now. And their offense is about 44 on average. We got 87 defense. And they don't have 2-to-1 ratio for the most part. That'll be largely okay. They haven't invited anyone else in yet. Because we got a decent bit of infamy in here. I'm gonna... Okay, it did go down a little bit further. So Peru-Bolivia is leaning towards them. I think what we'll do is we'll put in the war goal for... I think Rio Grande do Sul. That's 30 infamy, though. It's gonna be tricky. Also, I did realize I did not save it. Let me actually do that real quick. There we go. So now we're gonna afford putting in some of the war goals. Rio Grande do Sul. Gonna be a whole lot of infamy. That might cause in... Oh, Austria-Hungary is leaning against me. Okay, who could I... Well, I got my 2 allies, I suppose. Oh, I got France that might join in. Okay, if there's other people that join against me, especially someone like Austria-Hungary. Mexico's damaging relations. Australia damaging relations. Right then. Once the war has started, we'll activate... Or war is about to start, we'll activate the second army. Also in Federation damaging relations. First of all, I'm just going to go ahead and improve relations with France. Got neutral relations there, but they are protective of me. Russia declares neutrality on this. Oh, brilliant. That is actually excellent. I've still got quite a bit of maneuvers available. So what would the maneuver be for France? Sway with war goals. Ban slavery. Oh, yeah, that could be quite handy. That's 20 points. So we're going to save up the 20 points at least. I could potentially add in another war goal, but at the same time, I need to be a bit careful on how much I put in there. I don't want the infamy to be too high. I mean, we don't really have the leeway in at this point. I think we're going to go ahead and get the second army to be defend the front as well. We'll start mobilizing it. And then we'll deploy it to the front soon-ish. Or already, actually. Because that's going to allow us to... Well, oh, Peru-Bolivia. Ah, there we are. I knew that you'd be joining in here. Well, oh, is that going... Oh, that is good. Oh, wait a minute. Is that just... That is just one front, actually. Oh, well, I'll be. That's actually quite handy, though. Now we've got both of the armies in there just defending. The enemies will have the numbers advantage, no doubt. We are going to be losing a whole lot of money, mind you. In fact, so much that we might actually just increase the taxes a little bit. It will reduce the standard of living, but that's alright. So now we're fighting against a much larger enemy. We could still go ahead and invite France in, but that would probably call in other people in. Although, you know, they've still got some maneuvers in there available. I'm going to add in war goal return state for onto Paraguay. It's fairly cheap, and it's just, you know, to complete that state there. We'll still have 68. What else could we take, especially from Peru-Bolivia? Is there something that we could take down here, for example? That's 13 infamy. Still a little bit bad. It's 24 points, but I think we can probably do that. Let's see if that calls anyone in. It might not. We've got 180 battalions. They will have more than I will. But of course, I'll be defending for a little while initially. And also, I suppose another thing that I should be doing is sending my fleet out. I wonder, should we go for blocking Brazil out of the Russian market? Probably wouldn't be entirely successful, but I suppose we'll just go in there. And what's the order? It's currently on interception. We could raid the convoys. Yeah, let's just raid the convoys. So how is the... They've got 47... No, actually 65 flotillas total. There's a whole lot of nations now leaning towards Brazil. But I don't know if they are going to be joining in. I hope not, but we shall see. The escalation is still ongoing. They've got quite a bit more troops on the front line. Again, it's mostly a lot worse quality than what I do. There we go. They won't be able to call anyone else in. So now is going to be 1 versus 2. But this time around, I think we shall win. Well, we haven't actually lost a war, other than the very initial war against Uruguay, where we backed down. The most dangerous game. Oh. Returning from a safari expedition, Marcus Kavler was marooned on a small island in the Scandinavian West Indies. Then he was hunted like an animal by the Austro-Hungarian aristocrat Bela Leningen Westerberg. Barbaric. So let's just have a look at the front line in here. So they've got average offensive 42. We've got defense of 86. We've got fairly large army. We've got fairly good market access and all that as well. I think we're mostly fine. And there we are. We can also declare neutrality over here. We don't really need to take care of or take part in civil wars in Honduras. Destroy warfare completed. Dreadnought warfare completed. There we go. The constant steam. We get more prestige or prestige from naval power projection. We'll just take 5% prestige. Destroyer and Protector. Convoy's requirement. Oh, that'd be actually quite handy. Well, Navy, we'll take the convoy requirement. And we'll go ahead and slow down a little bit. Because there's going to be quite a bit of battles most likely. So where's the... Well, there's no active battles yet. Are they attacking? They should be. But they're not. No active combat yet. Oh, there we are. There's the first battle. Oh, 107 defense. Oh, that is quite a bit. I mean, they've got the numbers advantage right now, but they are going to be taking a whole lot of catalyst. But is there other battles ongoing as well? Oh, yeah, there's several battles. This was pretty massive. This was... So this was easy victory. This one's probably a victory. Oh, yeah, they got pretty bad offense there. And then this one's a bit of a rough one, but we'll probably win that. I think we had the naval combat as well. Oh, yeah, they got navies in here going through. Right, they might be sinking some convoys. Oh, they managed to take that already. Okay, so that was a bit of a rough one. What about over here? We're probably winning that one. And we are probably winning this one. Okay, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and activate some counter-offensives as well soon enough. Let's go ahead and win first few battles to weaken the enemies. I mean, numbers-wise. I mean, if we do have a look at the front line, especially the manpower, they've got about 90,000 more than I do. That being said, they are taking a whole lot of losses here in all of these battles. That soon enough that number might be a lot more equal, and then we'll strike. Because the fact of the matter is that we're both taking quite a bit of losses. Of course, they're taking more, but we're not full strength either. At the same time, the difference is now about 80,000 men. And this one's probably going to be a victory. Oh, Korean just discovered more oil. Oh. Well, we might go ahead and build another oil rig there. It'll cost us a little bit extra, but we're actually not losing that much money during this war, which is a bit surprising. Okay, we are going to have a loss in the north there. So Monte Grosso might be lost. But again, the initial fighting over here is just to reduce the enemy strength. Attrition them in such a way that we can then start doing our own attacks without risking too much. And honestly, at this point, it might be a good idea to have a look. So who's a good attacking general in here? I don't think we really have one. A trench rat probably should be defending. An expert defender. So I guess this one's going to be the one attacking at advanced front. We'll probably get some victories in there soon enough. This one's possibly going to be yeah, the battle in Monte Grosso is probably going to be a loss. But this one, or these three are victories. And if we have a look at the numbers advantage now, they only got 30,000 more. We got much better troop quality. So I think we're going to start making a bit of oh, right, and the oil. Let's encourage this trend further. So their war support is actually slightly less than ours. If we have a look at the numbers in here. Actually, let's have a look at the overview. So we've lost about 58,000 thus far. About 59,000 actually. And they've lost 274,000 total. I mean, that includes both the wounded and the dead. And it's mostly just combat losses on both sides. I mean, they've only taken combat. Well, actually, no, it's not all combat losses. The wounded are all in combat, but the attrition is taking a little bit of the dead, I suppose. So we haven't started doing any counterattacks yet. I suspect that that's just a matter of time before we start taking some action. So how's the strength now? They got... Okay, we got a quite equal strength now. So that, of course, gives us a huge advantage. Well, they did a blunder on defense in here. Oh, this is going to be probably a victory, actually. And if that is the case, then we can retake some lands, and we can slowly start making some headway. Of course, the enemy is now kind of pacified to the fact that they just lost such a huge amount of troops in the battles. I might actually go ahead and put in the second small army to advance front as well. Get some other combats going, and maybe we can start making some advances into the enemy territory. We'll still have the larger armies doing defense, just in case they start doing counterattacks, which they might. With the private sector still increasing our economy, so even though we're fighting a war, we'll probably be just increasing our GDP. So how's the battle going? We are slowly winning. The numbers is almost equal now in just manpower there. So we will win this battle, unless there's some really bad rolls on our side. It's going to be a pretty close battle, though, but I think we can still manage it. So manpower now, they've got 20,000 men advantage again. Because they're not attacking right now. Make that 30,000 men advantage. But it will, you know, if we take a little bit land, we can then stop for a brief moment and read... Oh, our convoy sunk. Okay, well, that's not good. We're losing a lot of convoys suddenly. Is there trade routes that are inactive? No, we're actually still trading with the Russians as well. So if we have a look at the war support, actually both of them have lost a lot of war support already. And to be fair, they took very heavy casualties in the beginning of the war. So that makes a lot of difference. And oh, there we go. This is going to be a victory very shortly. We're going to take the entire states. At least part of the state, hopefully. There we go. We took our side of the state at least. Very good. Do we have another battle about to start? Maybe. Well, not yet. Oh, there we are. It's a bit larger battle. They got the numbers advantage right now, but they are also taking a whole lot more casualties. So I think we might be winning another battle. So this is in... Oh, this is going for the west coast there. There we go. So that's one, at least, war goal that we might be retaking. Are we going to have another battle at some point? Probably. Might be easier said than done, though. What are we using? Oh, that's... Oh, it's only siege artillery attacking. Oh. Alright, then. Well, I suppose if that works. Oh, there's another battle. They are... Oh, this is a massacre going to be. We got quite a bit larger army there. We got much better troops in there. Although that could be just a battle to tie down our troops, admittedly. There's, Para front. Oh, right. So over here, there's, a battle. We'll probably win that one. I don't know about this one. It's probably going to be a victory. This is definitely going to be a victory. Oh, yeah, that is a victory. Well, will be a victory. So that will reduce the numbers of the enemy side again quite significantly. And if we do take a look at the total losses, they've already lost almost 400,000 men. We've lost less than 100,000. So that's quite an advantage for our side. So this is going to be another close battle in here. So that's kind of the big problem for us. So when we're doing attacking, we're taking quite a bit of losses. But we are still gaining ground. So it's not all bad. But the big battles like the one we had over there are going to be really important. This one's going to be another victory. Portuguese fears. Reform against revolution, or try as they might, they will always be Reds. Reform against revolution. Momentum for Social Democratic Party. That's probably fine. Well, there we go. Concrete fortifications unlocked just in time for the war, so we'll get 10% more defense. So whenever they try to do another attack, it's not going to go as well. So now we'll get the modern financial instruments, and after that we will probably get some more from the military, quite frankly. We'll just wait to see what is starting to spread in there. There's another defensive combat there. Let's have a look. Is there a... Oh, there's two defenses over here, and then our attack going into the enemy side. We might be able to win that, actually. We didn't take the entire state there yet, but we gained some ground at least. It's definitely on the defense. That's going to be another victory there. Health system increased to level 4. So the population is starting to increase a bit further. And how's the population in America? So we got about 60.5 million now. Still need to get quite a bit more, admittedly, before we can really gain victory or claim victory there. But these two defensive battles are definitely going to be victories for us. And the offensive battle, we are... Well, the plunder isn't helping the situation, but I think they are still taking more casualties than we are. So this is probably going to be another close victory. Oh, wow. The war support is going down rather quickly. But down to 26. I mean, we're down to 60 already. Oh, Brazil would take a white piece. No, I don't think I will take that one. Ooh, aircraft carrier is spreading. Very good. Go ahead and research that. We didn't actually switch our ships to battleships yet. We could do that, but at the same time going for that... Where are they sinking our convoys? I think we need to go and intercept that. Is it over here? No, it's over there. Okay. Intercept. Actually, I don't know if they're intercepting in there. It could be that it's just this convoy is getting intercepted somewhere. Oh, they got a fleet over there. Okay, well, I know where to go then. False democracy. You know what? We'll just reduce the anarchist society's momentum a little bit further. I don't want to take hit on legitimacy, if I can avoid it. There's one attack that we're slowly winning, and there's no other combats right now. How's the manpower situation? They got 182,000 men still on the front. We've got 167, so we are slightly smaller in numbers, but at the same time, our troop quality is massively better than theirs. So the battle in the west end of the front is going to be another victory. Unfortunately, it's not going to be another victory enough to clear out the entirety of the pocket there, but we took a little bit more land. No other combats ongoing right now, but of course our defense is now on average 92. So yeah, if they try to attack us, they will probably lose a lot of men doing so. Oh, there's another combat going. They are... this is going to be a bit close, actually. I don't know if we are going to win this. They got so much more troops there. Definitely give it a try at least, but it might be a bit too difficult. We need to retake that area as well. We've mostly been focusing on the west side. I mean, suppose if we were to get first this one, then take Alto Paraguay, or the rest of Alto Paraguay, and then kick Peru-Bolivia out of the war, then we can just focus on Brazil and get a lot easier victories, let's put it that way. Well, actually, we might still win this. We've lost a decent bit of troops, but the enemy has also lost about half their men. So the speed that they're losing troops is still higher than ours. It's going to be really close whether we can actually turn this around or not. Or whether we can win that or not. It's looking good for us, all things considered. And the enemy war support is down to 0 already. Alright then. I mean, to be fair, they've taken quite a bit of casualties. They've already taken 460,000 or so, whereas I've taken about 120. So it's not quite a 4-to-1, especially now that we start attacking, but it's also not very far off. How's the manpower situation? They got 200,000. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and assign this one to advance front as well. We'll still have the 60 battalions defending, but this is going to be another massive battle, which is going to be a victory. So that way we can keep the pressure on them, and we can start capturing the states that we need to capture, and thus end the war sooner rather than later. New antibiotics is spreading. Oh, well, about time. The society will be researching that one. I suppose we could put in the antibiotics afterwards. So did we manage to intercept the enemy fleets in here? Not yet. If we did, it's not been a constant battle. Right, well, how's the battles going in the meanwhile? Well, the attacks seem to be successful. This one's... oh yeah, we are going to win there. It looked a lot worse than what it actually was then, I suppose. I mean, it wasn't an easy victory, mind you. But it's going to be a victory. This is definitely going to be a victory, even though we are plundering there right now. But it's, yeah, still gaining some ground. Are they going to do a counterattack? No, that's us attacking them. Again, we've got almost equal numbers in troops, so that's going to be quite an easy victory. And then Alto Paraguay... Oh, right, that is where the combat is. So if we can... Not Alto Paraguay, Antofagasta. If we can clear that state, that's going to be brilliant. We are going to start getting into the Rio Grande do Sul. Which admittedly is a bit easier said than done, but we'll get there. How's the numbers advantage? So they still got quite an advantage, actually. If they start doing counterattacks, we'll still have one army defending, which is going to be quite good at defending, I reckon. And this one, yeah, no, we are pushing them back. They do have okay defenses at this point, though. So it's not as easy as it was right at the start of the war. Oh, there they are. They're trying to attack us. Oh. They had less than 4 for what we had manpower-wise, and their troops are about 1/3 as strong in offense as we are in defense. On the other hand, we've got a massive battle in here. Did we lose a general? Or do we still have... No, we still got all 4. It just might not be enough to take part in all battles right now. So there's a lot of counterattacks coming in now from the enemy. But we are still going to be inflicting so much casualties to them in these battles. And winning them, mind you, that I don't think they'll get very far. And that will just make it a bit easier for us to do more counterattacks. So we did manage to take a bit of ground in here. There's another combat that is going to be a bit of a risky one, but I think we can still out-damage them. And thus take the ground. So that's going to be a huge victory. So how is it looking on manpower-wise? They got 160,000. Oh, we got a new president. So Social Democratic Party and National Civic Union are the 2 biggest ones. Let's go ahead and... Well, I suppose this would be the best that we can hope for. Yeah, well, in that case, we won't change the government at all. So that's going to be a huge victory. This one's going to be quite a nice victory as well. So we will be taking more ground in here. Whether that is going to be the rest of the state now or not. Oh, yes, it is, actually. So a big attack going into... down here. Or onto the east coast in Brazil, or Rio Grande do Sul. That is going to be a victory soon enough. We've still got one battle in here, but that is already a victory, essentially. So if we have a look at the manpower situation now, we've got almost equal numbers. Our troops are definitely better quality. And we are going to get another attack victory over there in the east. We are also attacking a lot smaller battle at Medellin and Mato Grosso, but this should be a victory, nonetheless. How's the population coming along? 60.5 million now. We need a whole lot more convoys. I suppose we could maybe try cancelling some of the convoys that are a huge amount of cost in convoys, but not really so much needed. Like the opium, we don't actually need that much. Although we're making a whole lot of revenue. Oh, we're exporting opium. Right, okay. The dye export is probably not that much needed. So we'll save up a little bit of convoys at least. That reminds me, we're still getting our convoys sank, but did we at least engage... Oh, yeah, there we go. We're engaging with the enemy fleet and we're sinking them. For the most part, so they are now being pushed out of there. Let's go ahead and move this fleet. What else do they have fleets, as far as we know? But I suppose at this point I can just go in here and start raiding convoys. Somewhere over there, at least. So in Monte Grosso, we are going to get a victory, hopefully soon. It's going to be a little bit close in terms of manpower there. Especially with our plunder happening right now. But I think in the east, we're definitely getting a victory. That's an easy victory, nonetheless. Oh, there's fleets going through. Now they're going to try intercepting... No, there's a whole lot of fleets moving through. Our fleet is moving down this way. That's a victory. We'll be getting a lot of ground there. How many other battles do we have? No, it's just those two battles right now. There's probably going to be another battle soon enough. That's the manpower situation. They've got 190,000 again versus our 160,000. But we are still getting foothold in the east. We took the state in the west, so that's at least one step closer to making Peru-Bolivia surrender. We'll still need to get the Alto Paraguay, which is probably something we'll be attacking soon. We're taking the Mato Grosso now. Or outside of Mato Grosso anyway. We've got another huge battle in the eastern front. Oh, and there's another battle happening in here. Oh, this is going to be a loss, unfortunately. No two ways around it. They've got 200 battalions. Oh, maybe it's time to... Well, maybe we'll go ahead and get to Alto Paraguay first. If we can manage it. It's easier said than done, unfortunately. So little by little, we are taking the ground, and we can maybe hold our ground for a little while and then start pushing further. Oh. No, I'm not going to take a white piece. Got fleets going through there. Have we... Oh, there we go. You know what? Let's go ahead and start intercepting instead. Sink those fleets. Police brutality. Would reduce law enforcement by 1 point. But rule folk and intelligentsia would approve of that. So the use of force was warranted. We'd get more... You know what? We'll reduce the institution by 1. We don't actually need to worry about those right now. Is there... We could try going with the poor laws for social security. Landowners would oppose that, but they're not really a problem. It will increase a little bit of expenditure, but it's also going to improve the standard of living a little bit, especially on the poorer people. So that one's going to be, unfortunately, a massive loss for us. So right now, the war support is approaching 0 on both sides. So we've got the advantage in terms of numbers, or rather, they've still got the numbers advantage in terms of manpower. And of course, if they are using like 200%... Actually, let's have a look at the battle. So, okay, we're taking a lot more wounded than they did. I was actually a little bit curious about that. I've lost a bit of ground. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and switch to defensive stance for a little bit. Recover the manpower and the armies and let them do an attack or two against us. Although we do have another combat in here that will be a victory. And thus we can maybe create some more ground there. We'll let them do a few attacks to reduce their numbers and then we'll do another counterattack. But there we go. That should be an easy victory there. And now, are they going to be doing attack or are they're just defending? Okay, well, they'll have a bit of manpower in there sooner. But we're going to go ahead and regain some of ours. They've got advantage of about 50,000 men right now. Windwells. Oh well. It happens. And the population hasn't really increased much yet. I suppose the warfare is probably not helping with it. No active battles right now. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and advance the front over there again. Also use the smaller armies. And maybe that will go ahead and activate... Oh, there we go. There's a massive counterattack from them. And that's going to be quite a massive amount of casualties for them. As well as a gift. Oh, this is going to be a bit rough one. We're going to lose one battle. And Mato Grosso, we are probably going to win this one, actually. There we go. So at least, if we can still at least hold that one. Attacking into Brazil doesn't seem to be going all that well. Actually, I say that. We are gaining some ground there, even with the plunder. On the other hand, over here, we're winning the battle. So the numbers advantage that they had in the front line is diminishing again a little bit. Which is kind of what we want to see. But I do also see that we are out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.